Hey, first grade, thanks for joining me today in writing. I'm so excited to do the Wonder Workshop with you. It's the most exciting thing we do in writing because you get to be your own teacher. You get to choose what you learn, how you learn it, and how you share what you've learned. So, to get started, we need our writing packets. Still the orange ones. So, if you grab those, I'm going to ask you to open up to My Research Plan. All right. Now that you've opened up My Research Plan, I kind of want to talk about this whole Wonder Workshop. So there's a video yesterday that you would have watched talking about how you get to choose what you want to learn about using your passions and your interests, and we're going to keep talking about that today. The first thing on the research plan, it says, My question. What do you wonder about? Now, I want us to stop, and I want us to think about what a wonder question really is. There's these things we call open and closed-ended questions. A wonder question is known as an open-ended question. It's called open-ended because it needs more than just a simple yes or no. You need to actually put more thought and research into it to come up with your answer. When we think of our closed-ended questions, those could be answered with a simple yes or no. So, for example, do you like cheese? That's a simple yes/no question. If we're looking at our open-ended questions, it's again going to be something where we have to do our research to figure out an answer or figure out more about it. So I'm going to show you how I go through my thought process to come up with an open-ended question for my Wonder Workshop. All right, let's begin. And just remember, my question should be different than your questions because I'm my own teacher right now, and you guys have your own wonders. So make sure you're doing your own questions and not just what Miss Clarkson's doing. All right. So my Wonder Workshop, I'm going to start by thinking about things that interest me or passions I have. Now when I say passions, those are things I love to do or love to learn about. So for example, a lot of my passions include sports, animals, I really love dogs, teaching, science, space. These are some of the main things that really interest me. So now that I have a couple written down and in my head, I'm going to start thinking about what specifically about those things do I like or do I want to learn more about? Is there something I've always wondered about these topics? So the first thing that comes to my mind is science. And the reason I'm talking about science is because I've had a question on my mind lately. I don't know about you guys, but lately I've been sneezing a little bit more than I normally do. And it happens every time in the spring each year. I'm like, what is that? Well, I learned it was allergies. But here's my question. Why do people get allergies? What causes allergies? Why do only some people get allergies? What does an allergy do to a person? Now I have all these questions floating around in my head about allergies. So I'm going to write down the main question I want to learn more about or try to answer. And my question is, why do people get allergies? Question mark. So I've written my question on the question line. We are still focusing on cups. Don't forget to use your cups. Now, did you notice anything about that question? Did it sound familiar? If you're thinking about Mystery Doug, That's exactly what I was thinking about too. Mystery Doug is a great example of open-ended questions. Every time we watched a mystery on Mystery Doug, the kids are asking questions that require Doug to do some research and answer. So, when you need help thinking about an open-ended question, I want you to think about, would Mystery Doug be able to help me with this question? Or is it just a yes or no? Could I just search it on Google or ask Alexa? If you could ask Alexa or search it on Google and you get an answer like that, it's not open ended. So, my job for you today is to think of your passions. Keep that brainstorm going and start to narrow it down to a topic. All right? I know Miss McQueenie and Miss Clarkson are going to work with our groups today on coming up with specific questions. But if you're not in our meetings or in the other class, I want you guys to make sure you find a way to actually write down your question and send it to your teacher so we can check, okay? Awesome. I'm so excited to see all of your interests and what we are all going to learn. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye.